Okay. All right. So let me give you my thoughts on this update so far. Okay, let's go in here. All right. Actually, let's go back out. Let's go back out to NPC lady. Where is NPC lady? She's right here. Okay. So thoughts. Okay, you talk to the lady. She says who she is. She gives a little brief thing. She says too much previous gem, blah blah blah. There's nothing saying there's a dungeon in there or anything, right? You have your gear, right? It's fairly simple, right? I think it's like 1615 tokens in total to get everything in here. Now the issue is you go in here, you click assault the cult, right? That's all you can do. That's all the information you get. You spawn in here into something that looks like you're supposed to climb it because there's a portal behind there. Right? I'm not sure if you guys can see the portal behind there, but there is a portal behind there. And I tried to climb it. I can't climb it right now. I mean, okay, right, there we go. See? There is a portal behind there, but you can't get to it, so it makes you think that there's something you need to achieve in here to get to it, when in actuality, this is just a patch job because they didn't want to remove the portal from the map. Alright, so you come up here and you go through this. Right, and you know, you kill these mobs and you think that you would get the modes from these mobs, right? That they would be like a guaranteed drop. But no. So I touch the skeleton, bam, nothing. Let's see if we touch some more skeletons, if they give us any of their precious booty. Let's see. Okay, let's see if RNG is on our side today. That's 2. 3, 4. So 4 skellies, nothing. So you come here and you see nothing but skellies, you say, okay, fine, fine, and you just keep killing skellies. I've seen so many people in this update just kill these things, come in here, think that that's all there is to the update, and then they just they leave. Also, there's more rocks and an invisible wall preventing you from going through that portal. But this is a dungeon, so you can go into this dungeon, and you'd think that these are also and we're in a dungeon, these should drop, right? No, they aren't guaranteed drops with these either. See, nothing, none of them drop motes. This is a 1-for-1 copy, more or less, of the, what's it called, the dungeons in Doomwood. Not Doomwood, but like the Nightlock crypts. And this isn't the one with the mana, but I can show you the one with the mana. Right, they just have... Alright, so you go through portal, you don't even have to touch any of the mobs. Yeah, so this is the one with the mana. You see this you see this thing poking out of the rock here? If I touch it, there we go, I collected mana. So the dungeon itself was just copied, because and they put the rock over it to hide the thing to collect the mana, which is an interesting way to do things. And you could also click on these, by the way, to break the seal of light for your quests. And then you go in here, right, and you can defeat the boss. So Paladin lady does heal you from time to time. You don't need to worry about her, she can fend for herself. Smack this, smack that. Let's speed this up a little bit. And you get about... Okay, so this 18 is really good. You usually get anywhere from like 10. 10 is the lowest I've gotten so far. But the standard seems to be like 13, between 13 to 15. But that's it. You repeat that until you have enough tokens to get all of these here. If you don't want to grind too much, you can just pay some DCs for that. But it takes, to get all 1615 tokens, if you assume that you get like 15 tokens per run, it will take you a total of 107, maybe 108 runs to get it. And that is entirely doable in less than 2 hours if you do 2-minute runs. Because it takes from here, if I travel form up, it takes me about 2 minutes to run through the dungeon. It doesn't take that long to run in, so you travel form before you go in, and then you can just bypass all of these mobs right here, You hop down, and then if you don't want to be in combat, come all the way to the side here, and then all the way to the side here, and then run to the door, and you will not be in combat, and you can enter the dungeon, and that's fine. You might have like slight variations to the dungeon, if anything at all. Right, like this one, it'll make you go back to find the lever over here, but if you're familiar with the Nightlock crypts, this should be fine. I, however, have the navigational skills of a toddler, so I get lost all the time. Boss room, skip all of that. You don't actually have to kill these. You don't actually have to kill these mobs. I just kill these mobs here to trigger the portal. So you could probably do it in like, you could probably get it down to like 1 minute runs. But it is possible to do this solo. You don't need a party. You don't need a team. Come out, done, easy. That's it. That is it. The entire update will be yours. This entire chest will be yours in less than 2 hours if you do it exactly like that. Let me tell you what I think. We went from the Void Divers update to this. Void Divers was really good because you could see in real time progress on your screen. Your character was actively working towards something, you were actively working towards something. But you come in here and you touch all of these skeletons and they give you nothing. There is no progress being made. Even when you run through that dungeon, there is very little progress that you can track tangibly other than seeing that, okay, I got some of these, I can now click OK. There is an element to RNG tied to these mobs and these drops that you were not, maybe it was there with the Void Diver update, but it was not felt as much because of the visual design of the Void Diver update. And I do understand that different updates and different styles of things will appeal to different people, and maybe this just isn't for me. It's not my cup of tea, and that's fine. But I still do believe I can give a little bit of my opinion on it. And to go from the Void Diver update to this update it's not really great, especially when there is so little clarity in what you're like. When you come in here, you don't even know that you have to go that way, right? And like I said, I've seen people just come in here because I was on earlier, and people were just killing these mobs. They were running around in here killing all of these mobs in this room and in this room, and that was it. They didn't even know that there was a dungeon there. And I heard that there was some issue with the boss still staying dead in the public dungeon. But all in all, compared to the 10 out of 10 I gave the Void Diver update, I would probably give this update maybe a 6 out of 10. Because I mean, it's not for me, and some people would probably give this a 10, but it's not for me. But it is enjoyable. It's doable, it's completely fine. And they did work hard on it, so props where props are due. Credit where credit is due. That kind of summarizes my take on the update.